Guys, picking up where we left off in the last video, hopefully you can follow along if you're wanting to build your own razor, especially with these Midwest Mini Mods parts. But now we're going to go ahead and throw this rear wheel on. But before we do that, we got some parts by Yellets, including a rear sprocket. I think we decided on a 64 tooth rear sprocket. But then this is a number 35 gold chain, pre-stretched and pre-lubed. Take this off, fits on there nicely, looks amazing, and then we'll throw some Loctite on these as well, and then we'll have to turn the wheel over and make sure we do it to the brake rotor as well. If you missed it in the last video, Midwest Mini Mods, I was talking about how they recommend you take off all the screws holding in the brake rotor just because they don't always come tightened out of the factory too well. So yeah, and you don't really want that falling off either way. Midwest Mini Mods also sends you some Loctite too if you don't have any, but I had this bottle. But just a few drops and it works just like that, very nicely. And then we'll go ahead and use a screwdriver to tighten them down real fast. Swap over to Fantix's mini torque wrench. These also have settings down here, very nice. Switch it to tighten. Boom, just like that, already tight. The screwdriver does a nice job since it's a torque screwdriver. Alright, but just like that, got the sprocket on nice and tight. Hit it with the Fantix screwdriver again. Get these off nice and quick. Then we'll apply some Loctite. I'm just going to skip through this. You already just saw it once with the sprocket and the last video, so I'll see you when I'm done. Okay, we got this rear wheel all set up, but before we put that on, I'm actually going to make it a lot easier on myself, and I'm going to install this motor, which I wasn't really too sure of at the start. So, I did find a pretty good video on their website. They sell these motor mounts for the GTS and FW11 separately, and they have a video on there going through how to install it. It's an older version, but still works, and hopefully it'll allow me to do this a lot easier. And I can walk you through it a little bit, so if you're doing the same thing. So I think actually I'm gonna have this side on since everything kind of mounts over here using these two holes right here, which I have perfectly drilled just for this mount. So I'm gonna stick these back in this side and then take the ones on the other side out, so this side is still attached to this middle arm, and then I'll get back to you guys. So then you're gonna take the longer of these longer ones. These ones are longer than these, as you can see. And then these two are also going to have two nuts. You're going to take this little plate right here. Okay, there's one. And there's two. And then you're going to come down here. And as you can see, there's two holes on the back. Two holes on the front. Or I guess you could say the other way around. Alright, then we got both of them right there. Don't really tighten them a crazy amount. But now it's on there. So next we have to install the motor to this side. Okay, so now with these two and these washers, this is gonna line up with these two holes, this hole on the outside and this one kind of in the middle, and it's gonna go in these right here. As you can see, they line up just like that. I'm gonna go ahead and use some Loctite I was using earlier. Put it through. And screw that on a little bit. Get some Loctite. So I'm gonna start tightening this down too. Probably shouldn't use a torque wrench because if you do over tighten these, you can damage this. You'll have to get a whole new outside. I'm not going to tighten it down a lot though, and I'll rely on all the Loctite. You should just use an Allen key when you're doing this. Okay, have it down, good amount. I'm just going to wiggle it around, make sure it's on there nice and flush. It should be exactly on there, no washers or anything on the inside, no spacers or anything. Seems to be pretty good. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and put this plate on there. We're going to use these three M6s. This will be used to go in these holes. So set those to the side. So this longer side will go up on the motor. So like when it's sitting like this, the longer side will be on top. You're going to want to use Loctite on all of these. So just so you know. Okay, I have them all in there. Hopefully it line up. I'm gonna tighten these down really well. If you're using a screwdriver like this, just go till you can't anymore. You're not gonna break it at all like you would with a little wrench, and that should be good, especially with the Loctite. So just like that. Okay, and now we're gonna put these two right in these holes right here. Put a little bit of Loctite. Now we'll come in here, and what we'll have to do is these are gonna slide into here, and once this is fully flushed and tightened to this bracket right here, then we'll tighten these down. So then by tightening these, it'll bring up this sliding bracket. Tighten it real hard. Then we'll go ahead and start tightening these down. Just like so. Alright, I hope I don't have to take any of this off in the future because everything is Loctited now really well. If you're using a screwdriver and Allen key, just go as like hard as you can. Now originally what we were going to do is put the rear wheel on. So now we can work towards doing that again. But let me put the swing arm back together, put it back on the bike, and I'll get back to y'all. Okay, so now we got it all put together. We got the wheel up here. Now let's set it up to put this rear wheel on. This is what the setup looks like on the other side. I have the adjustments behind. So then here's the brake caliper. We're gonna have, if you can see, there's a little notch that comes out right here. We're gonna let this long part slide into there. And then the hole in the front of there, the axle's gonna slide through there. So that's how it's gonna be set up, and then when it comes all the way through on this side, we're gonna put this in, all the adjustments back here, and the final nut will slide right inside here. But here we have the right rear, which is a little bit longer than the left, and then the left on that side. But let's see if we can put this on without making this whole bike fall. But anyway, we're gonna slide that spacer then. Alright, we have it kind of in on that side. And before I put it on, just so you know, inside here is the reducers. Same as the front, you'll get 4 of them when you get the wheels and the swing arm. So then you can see it kind of poking on this side. We're gonna have to have enough room to put this spacer in, or find some room. Okay, have it kind of fit in there. Now we're gonna need to make sure this brake adapter hole lines up. And just like that, we have it all the way through. We have everything pushed back on this side. Make sure all these washers and spacers are on the outside of here. I'm gonna put this nut through and hopefully start tightening everything down. This is my setup I'm using on the other side. And I don't need a wrench on this side because they use this nice lock system. This is new to their new version of the swing arm, so it's very nice feature to have. So yeah, these brakes will go on just like this from the outside and screw in there. But we'll deal with those later. Hopefully I have those spacers on right, and this is enough room for it to fit in there. But now, what I kind of had to do is I had to buy these online. They had a little lip thing at the bottom, so I just chopped those off. But they fit the hole. They're a little weird though, because they have bolts that go into here first, which go to the bottom, and then you tighten the nut from underneath the clamp. And then also from the top, which just clamps these two pieces together. So this is weird. I'm not even going to talk much on it. It's my mistake. I didn't keep the stock ones, but I think they also sell the stock ones off Razor's website. I really just didn't want to wait. I'll probably end up changing these out because I probably will not like the way they sit. I'm going to put the handlebars on now so I can put these brake levers on there and whatnot. Okay, this is going to be the end of this video. Next, what you just got to do is put this brake caliper on the back here with these two bolts. This is how they should look. And then next, which we already kind of have on, little teaser for the next video, we have the battery, and then we're going to put the controller on and connect all that. And then hopefully the plastics will sit nicely on top. But anyway, stay tuned for the future video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Let's go, peace.
I've been rolling on this road for a long time. I've been out here getting on my own.